Happy fall, everyone. The weather is starting to cool off and it feels so great. Welcome to Entertainment Buzz. It's that time again, and we have another interesting artist to share with you today. Before we get started, I would like to thank our sponsor of today's show, which is Glue Entertainment Concierge. They are your go-to source for entertainment consulting, PR, and event planning. And that is Jamicia Studemeyer. Thank you, Jamicia, for sponsoring our show today. Today we have a special guest by the name of Oscar Ofoesho Roberts, who is a CEO of the record label Juvahn Victoria Inc. Let's welcome Oscar Ofoesho Roberts. Hi, Oscar.
What's going on?
How are you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm doing well. I'm doing very
Good.
well.
So you said good morning. That's right. You're coming to us from California today.
Yes, I am.
It
Sherman Oaks, by way of Los Angeles County, California.
Nice.
Yes.
Looks like a beautiful day out there.
Very, very beautiful day. Very beautiful. That's why I'm outside. I was like, let me do this outside.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So thank you for joining us on the show. I know you have some great information to share with the audience today. You've made some huge changes to your career. So please tell us about what you're up to right now. You started a record label with Juvahn, who we had on the show a few months ago.
Yes, that's correct. Juvahn and I met a couple years ago at a show with my friend Candace Wakefield. She's a Grammy-winning songwriter and singer. And I accidentally heard Juvahn doing some melodies. I was like, wait, you're a singer? Oh, man. So we became friends and we vibed out. And then, I kept asking, I was like, hey, is anybody managing you? And she really didn't have a manager, but she was new out here because she's from Australia. So she was just getting her feet wet. And then she had went to Florida to sign with this label. But her lawyer had told her that it would be a bad deal. When she came back, we connected, and we the first song we did together, she signed the contract without even reading it.
Oh my goodness, that's trust.
That's trust for real. And so we built a big trust, and then I was like, you know what, we should just start our own company, and sign artists to us, and build a team, and it's been going great. Like, she's become a very, very strong businesswoman, and just really about her business.
Right. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, it's definitely coming together. I'm wearing one of her shirts. This is our merch.
Oh, I like that one. I need a Juvahn shirt. I love the heart on that.
Yeah, we have our sites are running with e-commerce and everything. Juvahn.com and JuvahnnVictoriaInc.com. So, yep, we definitely have a nice little train moving. We're just building it in the middle of this quarantine, getting ready for when they release it, so we can start doing shows and everything. But, yeah.
Right. I mean, I have to say, while this quarantine has been very difficult, artists have been so creative with their time, and it's just been wonderful to see all the many things that have been birthed out of this quarantine.
Yeah, so sorry to interrupt you, but since you interviewed her, she's done about 4 videos, and 2 of them are out right now. She's dropped 2 new singles. She's almost at like 1 million streams on Spotify and like 500,000 on YouTube. Like,
wow.
Like it's very different from the last time you guys.
Yeah, we need to get her back on the show. And you know what? I'm so happy to hear that, because I've had so many people say, that either before coming on the show, they kind of got some fire on the butt, under their butts to get stuff ready to show on our Entertainment Buzz network, or right after the show, they were so motivated, they just like jumped into production. And so that makes me happy. We'll have to have her come back on the show so we can take a look at her new materials.
Yeah, you should have her and the team, because 2 of our artists, Notorious Note and Squala, they're also doing really good. Their singles are, Squala just went over 100,000. The single's only been out a few weeks. So, and the video's doing really good for both of them. So,
great. Yeah, we definitely love to see them come on the show. I think we have some comments coming in from Juvahn. Juvahn, hello. Thanks for watching. We're so excited for you. Congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, she's so sweet. I really enjoyed having you, Juvahn, on the show.
That's nice. I really appreciate it.
Proud of everyone at JV Inc. by Emily Hackshaw Roberts. Very nice. Thank you, Emily. I haven't seen the videos, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. Are they on YouTube? Where can we find them?
They're on YouTube. You can find the single is called one of them is called City and the other one's called Vibes. But
Okay.
it's on their YouTube channel under Juvahn.
Oh, I think I saw a clip of Vibes, like a
Yeah,
promo.
yes. It's a movie.
Looks good. Okay, I can't wait to check that out. So you mentioned that you have a clothing line also. We have some samples of t-shirts that they can get on the website. There we go. There's Jamesia sporting one of
Yes.
Juvahn's t-shirts. Oh, I know there's going to be a ton of
Yep.
Bulldog fans out there. And then there's Juvahn
That's crazy.
herself.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, shout out to your Rich Friend. He's the one that designed these for us. Yeah, his name is Rich Friend. He's an amazing designer and he's a great human being as well.
Those are fun looking t-shirts. I like them.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, sweaters, hoodies, all kind of stuff like sweatsuits. It's coming together. It's coming together.
Nice.
Nicely.
Yeah, it's time for sweaties. It's sweatshirts. It's sweatshirt season, everybody. Sweaties. I just came up with a new name. There you go. T-shirt, sweatshirt, sweaties. You might take it. You can have it. It's time for a sweaty. So, Oscar, I want to congratulate you on something else. I mean, you have so many things going on in life right now. So, starting this new record label is huge, but something even bigger recently happened in your life that we want to congratulate you with. And that's having a baby boy.
Oh. Yes, Oscar Jr. Yes.
Oscar Jr. Oh, I wish we had a picture to show of him.
Oh my God, I wish I had a picture. I wish I had sent you guys a picture. I didn't even think about that. But I can do something almost as good. Hold up.
Okay. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you and your wife. Yeah, you just got married recently, had a baby, right?
Yes. Yeah, Oscar Jr. Yeah, he's definitely the light of my life. He's an amazing little man.
Oh, I know what that feels like.
During daddy's time.
Oh, look how beautiful. He's precious. Hello, Oscar Jr. There we go. Oh my goodness. He's beautiful. Thanks for sharing.
He's amazing.
Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. Oh, I have one boy. He's grown now, but he is the love of my life, and there's nothing like having a child. So you're in for a treat.
Definitely a major treat. You're right about that.
So let's talk a little bit more about what inspired you to start this record label with Juvahn. I know you said things kind of went sour in Florida, which I'm really sorry to hear because I'm in Florida and we'd love to have Juvahn over here.
Oh yeah, it'll be good to do shows, just no good to do a deal.
Right.
But yeah, but man, really, it's just been a long journey. Because I used to be an artist, so I went through a lot of things in this business, and it just led me to be like, I changed my goals to really wanting to help other artists to be their own brands and to be leaders and to not really just be fully controlled, because when you do sign with certain companies and do things a certain way, you don't really have that much power unless you come in already strong. So I try to empower my artists and teach them how to be strong and to be able to lead the pack, not just be following someone else's lead, especially when it's your brand. I feel like as an artist, you should have a lot of creative control. And you should also trust your team, but you should have a strong team around you that really has you as their interest, not just their own interest,
Right. And that's why Juvahn went back to California and signed with you. Yeah. Exactly that reason.
That is definitely a reason.
I'm glad to hear that.
That had it. We built a whole team around her. Like Jamesia, like she's a very strong part of what we're doing. Shandal, like he's our marketing social media guy. And but he does everything. Like he's the one that built our websites. He's a special individual. Him and Jamesia. It's kind of funny that her company's called Glue, Glue Concierge, because she really has been the glue in this team, like helping us really keep it going. But yeah, and now we have our new producer and engineers, Stevie J, and Brian Rumsey, and they've been very influential in keeping the music and the sound just going. Like we have a lot of great things coming up, like, great things that are happening right now. So I'm just
Wow.
very, very motivated.
That is quite a team you put together.
Yes, it's an amazing team. Yes.
That is awesome. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break and we're going to come back and pick your brain quite a bit more. Okay, Oscar?
For the picking.
At Duke Energy, we deliver electricity and so much more, like free home energy assessments, rebates for energy-saving improvements, payment options to help you better manage your budget, and even bill credits for helping the community use less energy. So no matter what you're doing, we can help you make better energy choices every day. It's just another way we bring power to your life. How much can you save?
We're back with Ofoesho.
Yes, ma'am.
So, am I saying that right?
Ofoesho. That was my artist name when I was an artist, but yeah, it never left because everybody know me as Ofoesho.
I love it. It's such a cool name. So you say you're an artist. What does that mean? Were you a singer?
I was more of a rapper, but like, you know, I was doing a little bit of my Drake stuff way before Drake. Yeah, I was doing my little singing and rapping and songwriting, and doing a little acting. Yeah, just you know, playing the game of entertainment and pursuing my dreams and finding out really my purpose and passion. You know, I still love music and I still, you know, love writing music, but I'm more into obviously facilitating projects, A&R projects, and I write novels. Like I have autobiography and a couple scripts, and a couple scripts that I wrote, and I'm just waiting for the right door for that one because I'm not. A lot of people are like, "Why don't you self-publish?" But I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I need Oprah or somebody to co-sign that.
Exactly.
It has to get an amazing story, so I have to make sure it's shared accordingly. So.
Oh, well, you got to keep us posted on that. I didn't know about the writing of books and screenplays that you're working on. Very good.
Poetry. I wrote a whole poetry book during the pandemic. That's
nice.
Pretty intense, especially about
you have been busy.
Yeah, I mean, I you know, my mind's like a machine, so it's always moving. So, yeah.
So, are you still doing any kind of rapping, or did you kind of put that to the side for now?
Put that to the side for now.
Okay. And so, what was the defining moment when you realized you wanted to step into management and kind of put your own performing on the side?
I mean, when songs that I would write, I would get no credit for, or things would happen, and it would be part of the people that I were around, and I was like, okay, I need to restructure my life first, and then I also need to make sure if I believe in somebody, or if I meet artists, I need to make sure I protect them accordingly and really teach them, you know, the industry right, because I didn't know the industry how I should have known it because I just jumped in with my head first, you know. So.
Right.
But yeah, just gotta protect these artists and you know, keep this legacy going, because you know the reason why I moved to Los Angeles from Virginia was because my dad was a singer and actor. He's still, I mean, he's a pastor. Okay, but his actual aunt, who was my great aunt, was the singer Ella Fitzgerald. So
wow.
That finding that out about my family and really like tapping in made me go even harder with really creating a big legacy. So that way, you know, to even keep her going, because you know she was responsible for so many people's like.
Right. It's in your blood, Oscar.
Definitely.
Yes. What a great tribute to your family then. I love it.
Yeah, my mother and father are two amazing human beings. My two little brothers and my sister Shamice. Like they're all college graduates. I'm the only one that didn't graduate college. Like this isn't like a normal black family. Like my family is very intelligent, strong-willed, strong-minded family. You know, I'm pretty much like the black sheep. But at the end of the day, my mom and dad always told me, they were like, hey, you know, everybody ain't made for college. Like they're like you. They told me as a kid, you're an entrepreneur. You're gonna own stuff. You're gonna create things. So
you're making your own way.
Yeah,
that's okay. God has a different plan for everybody.
Yeah, my dad always says, you're like a cat. You land on your feet.
Well, you know,
you land on your feet.
That's right. Once you're an entrepreneur, you just learn a different skill set and you know how to reinvent yourself when you need to, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So, okay, so you're managing Juvahn. You've started this record label together. Do you have other artists already that you're managing under the label?
Yes, we have an artist named Notorious Note. He's a singer, songwriter, rapper type artist. He's out of Miami, and we have a rapper from Houston who's like probably one of the greatest rappers I've ever heard in my entire life. His name is Squala. This kid is very special. Like, oh my God, he has a single out right now called Floating, and one that just dropped before that called Look at Me, girl. Like, for real.
Good, huh?
And he's in the studio every day. Like I get frustrated because it's like, bro, I'm like, bro, how many singles are you gonna create? Like, this dude has so many records. Like it's like him and Note do songs like wildfire. Like Juvahn is sitting on like an arsenal of albums and stuff already, but right now she's more focused on the brand. But she's in the studio as well. Like she just did a song called 2 a.m. with this rapper named Tate Cobain. He's from I think DC area, but he's Baltimore actually, but he lives in Atlanta. But this kid like writes, like he just did a record with Drake and 21 Savage. Like he's huge, but they just did collab. And like now I'm like Juvahn, I thought we were gonna drop this thing. I'm like, Lord, now we got another banger. Like, it's crazy.
That's such a gift, Sometimes God just downloads these things one after the other, and it's all in His timing. So get it out while it's coming.
Yeah, God is great. He's definitely implementing things within my circle. Very influential in our circle. Like,
I'm so glad to hear that. You guys are being blessed. I mean, this is the meat, right? You need to have the works to produce. I mean,
exactly.
What a better place to be, than to have so much in the queue to work on. That'll keep you busy for a while.
Exactly. Definitely keep me busy. For sure.
So you had one in Miami, one in Houston. So you are representing artists nationally, not just in California, right?
Not just in California, but those two artists are in California as well, though.
Okay.
But I have other interests around. But I'm focusing on these three right now, and if any other things could come into the fold, great. Because I'm kind of working with one of my good friends. His name is Gutta out of the DMV area as well, and he's a special hip hop artist. He has a different sound. But right now, I'm really just focused on these three right now: Juvahn, Squala, and Note. They're a handful. So
yeah, they're keeping you busy.
they keep me very busy. Yes.
And so you mentioned they're in the recording studio daily. Do you have your own recording studio?
Yeah, we have our own recording studio in Burbank called JV Studios. Yeah. Yep. So we're
nice.
Obviously we're branding her name like crazy. I mean, because she's a brand. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, she's a special artist.
So if your artists, sorry about that.
That's okay.
If your artists are in another state, how do you handle the recording? Do they do it from Miami or Houston, or do they fly into California?
Well, they can fly into California, or I have contacts in Atlanta. I have contacts in Texas. I have contacts in Florida. I have contacts really all around the country. Like I have some really strong relationships with other moguls and studios. So like if I had to, I could easily facilitate other sessions. But these days, these artists, they be recording in their bedroom, and then they'll send the record to someone to make it sound right. But they record everywhere. Like my artist Squala, he don't always record at our studio. He records at home, and then he'll bring the song, and we'll fix it up. But yeah, a lot of these real hungry, focused artists, they're like machines. They're definitely this age of artists. They're understanding that they can do things themselves. So
technology has come so far, and if you're hungry, you make it happen, right?
Definitely.
Okay, we're going to cut to another commercial break, and we'll be right back with Oscar Ofoesho Roberts.
There's more than one way to enjoy a Moreno Bakery custom cake. You could smash it, swipe it, Love it. Cut it. Devour it. Moreno Bakery, for every slice of life.
You need time to stand still or get up and go. You need to unplug or to reconnect with those who matter most. You need to kick back, to dive in, to have your moment in the sun. You need a palace to lift your spirits, to taste the finer things. You need room to feed your soul, to remember why you travel. You need Lowe's. The legendary Lowe's Don Cesar Hotel, St. Pete Beach. The room you need.
Welcome back with Oscar.
Hey.
Hey, Oscar. So we have people watching the show and they want to know if they want to submit to your record label and try to get signed, what's the process in doing that?
They would have to send us some music, and we as a team, me, Juvahn, Stevie J, and Brian, and even sometimes Swallow or Note, we will all listen to the music, and if we like it, we'll figure out the next move. But we have to like the music, we have to like the music. We have to like the direction, the message.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we have to like your look.
Right.
There's a lot of things that come into play, but if you wanted to submit music to us, you could just email it at info@JuvahnnVictoriaInc.com, and that's our direct email. And
okay, so maybe we can put that in the comments below so people can see that email address.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Info
is
at JUVAHN.VictoriaInc.com.
Great, thank you so much. So is there a particular genre that you represent, or are you open to different types of musicians on your label?
I like all music. I like all levels of production. Our producer Brian, we call him Night Viber. He produces like big 80s music, even though he does, but he can make anything.
Woo, 80s music.
But he makes crazy, like strong 80s sound. But he fuses it with other sounds. Like he's special. And him and Stevie J, they're just a real special team. They're classically trained, so they play. Yeah. They actually play. They're not like programmers. They're actual producers. A lot of producers these days, they're not really producers. They're really programmers. They don't really play instruments or read music. They just piece stuff together.
Right.
Which is still a talent. It's still a talent. But when you can have someone that can actually program, but that can also play an instrument and really have a sonic ear, it's a whole nother animal.
Hey, my son's a musician. If you need a musician.
Hey, what does he play?
He plays the piano, the oboe, the trumpet, the flute.
Oh,
am I missing anything? and he's pretty good with the electronic music as well. Wow. So very, very talented kid. He's 19.
He's 19?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, you need to send that over.
Yeah, he's super talented.
Send us the picture. He's young and he's ready. Playing all those instruments. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the lead conductor of his 250 strong marching band over at a Magnet Performing Arts High School here in Orlando, Florida. It was so intense. This band is like amazing. The most professional marching band that you can imagine. And the high school level was like incredible. The talent that they had. But they were working like 13 hours a day, or I should say after school. So literally they were at school for 13 hours a day, but they'd be at school until midnight a lot of times rehearsing, playing the music. And of course it's marching. So there's a lot of choreography involved. And he was up on the stand conducting these kids. And, you've got all these different teams of sounds going. So he has such a good ear.
That's amazing. Like, wow.
Yeah, he's so talented. I have to connect him with you.
That young doing that? That's
Yeah, he was born musical. Let's see. Maybe Oscar Jr. is going to be having some maracas in his hand soon.
Yeah. Oscar Jr. is already,
By the time my son was 2, he had a whole band set up in his room. Like, he was just born musical.
Yeah, my son already has a baby grand piano and everything already.
Yeah. Oh, good. Great. Yep. Yeah, get him started young. I noticed, I recognized his talent at a young age. So at 5, I actually took him over to Sam Ash, the music store.
Yeah.
And they let the kids play with the different instruments, know. And for him, that was such a playground. He tried every instrument. He was only 5 years old, and he kept going back to the piano. And so I said, "Hey, Marcos, do you want to learn how to play the piano?" And his eyes just opened up really wide. He's like, "Yes, mommy." And that was it. He started private lessons since then. And I never had to push him to practice. That's when you know your kid loves music.
Yeah. When you love it yourself, that's it. Yeah, because I don't want to force any child to do anything that they don't want. If it's not natural, if they don't really feel it, then don't do it. Only do what your heart tells you to do.
Absolutely. So, of course, I'm a Latina, so I have to ask you this question.
Yes.
Are you open to Latina artists?
What? Oh my God! I pretty much. I had one right now. His name was Marcel Ronke, but he's kind of taking his own direction right now. But he's a Latin artist, phenomenal. So I'm actually looking for one. Like,
okay, well, I know two females. They're here in Florida, but they are really good.
Yeah, I'm looking for a Latin artist because Stevie J actually just made a reggaeton beat yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got to have her back on the show. We only did a very quick interview with her on the day of her single release. There's an artist called Kaylee Vasquez. Hello, Kaylee.
Yeah, you should send me.
Shout out.
Yeah, send me her stuff when you can.
I will. And then I have a niece who's trying to be a musician or a singer. She is a singer, but she's got a beautiful voice. But she sings mostly in Spanish. Kaylee does both English, Spanish.
Okay.
And my niece does mostly Spanish. But yeah, I'll send them to you. See if there's a connection there.
It does not matter if they sing only in Spanish. Because that market is they're very supportive of their artists. Once they like you,
yes, they are.
The numbers are night and day when it comes to that. Like,
yes.
Then J Balvin is on date. He dropped the SpongeBob song for that movie, and it was like at 600 million streams in like 2 months. I'm like,
what?
Oh my goodness.
Kaylee that I mentioned to you. Oh, I'll send you her links. Kaylee Velasquez. She's already produced like 2 music videos since I interviewed her on the show. So when I interviewed her, we did like a pre-recording and aired it on our show. She was still in production, but she's one of those kids. She's in her early 20s. She's one of those kids that she's making it happen on her own. Just writing, singing, producing, shooting her own videos. Like, what is going on here?
Exactly. Yeah, I want Juvahn to work with more Latin artists as well. So, yeah, that'll be a good look.
Nice. So tell us what the process is like. When you sign an artist, what happens next? How do you develop them?
I mean, instantly, because usually if I do deal with artists, it's because they have something special and they're already like seasoned. Like I'm not really too big into the development unless you have something to develop, So
got it.
If I see you have something, then I put you around other producers because I have a plethora of producers that I'm close with as well. So I put them in the room with different producers. Sometimes I put them in a room with some other songwriters and see how they work with others because in this game, it's not always the best to write all your own songs because sometimes you really don't know what is necessary to be a hit. So, and I notice the biggest records are the ones that multiple writers write on because now you have all of those ideas coming together on one record. So I like to put them pretty much in like a writing camp and see how they manifest their dreams on the microphone.
That's an impressive statement because you're right. A lot of artists write songs on their own. which is great. A lot of great songs come about that way. But collaborating with other artists is such a great tool because, as you said, you have so many different minds coming together with different ideas. And this is a conversation I had with my son recently. He's been working on a song, and he's more of a musician. So for him, writing the music is a little bit more of a struggle. He is talented and he had some good ideas, but I felt like, I noticed he was getting a little stuck in certain points. And I said, hey, you need to collaborate with some other artists because what you have is already great. And if you're stuck, who knows what somebody else can bring to the song,
Exactly. That's usually what happens. Like when you get stuck. But when you're around other people, the ideas actually open up your waves even more.
Exactly. Yeah, you feed off of each other.
Yes. Especially when you guys get along, you have that synergy. It's over with.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think he's missing that, with this whole COVID-19 quarantine. He went from high school being, at the top of his game with a huge marching band of 250 musicians, then moving on to college and being a part of the concert bands there, and just being surrounded by musicians on a daily basis to now suddenly like he's quarantined. He had to take a gap semester, and so he's working by himself. And he loves to be alone with his instruments. But yeah, he's expressed missing, the opportunity to collaborate with artists.
Exactly.
For sure.
For sure. Oh man. I know one thing. This is definitely probably one of the best interviews I've done. This has been like.
Oh, thank you. I feel so flattered.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. And what our audience doesn't know is that they got to see a glimpse of you a couple months ago, because when we interviewed Juvahn, you were in the studio.
I was trying to fix everything. And,
yeah.
Denisia's orders. She was texting me like, "Fix the camera, wipe out the camera," because she's so focused on marketing and creative direction. So
yeah, you guys have such a great team. I love it.
Yeah. Definitely. So
you mentioned earlier that producing comes in many forms. You also represent a couple of producers right now. Is that right?
Yep, Stevie J and Brian Rumsey, aka the Night Viber. That's Brian's.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's Brian's. The
Night Viber.
Night Viber. Yes, that's his
Night Viber. I did a commercial as the Night Runner one time.
Okay. Yeah, Night Viber is definitely he's special. He's him and Stevie J. I'm telling you that it's just watching them two boys create is something different.
So what's the difference between managing producers and managing artists?
To be honest, there's not that much of a difference. The only difference is that producers seem to be a little more like just a little more eager to just work with everybody in the world, though, like artists sometimes like, oh, I don't like that person, so I'm not gonna do a song with them, even though.
Oh, got it.
But producers like I'm like Stevie J, he wants to open up a studio all over the world. He wants to open up one in Colombia. He wants to open up one in Jersey. He wants studios everywhere. So
goals.
Exactly. Yeah, he wants to work with everybody. He's very open to just working, which is a good. Yeah.
So I guess an artist is more self-focused than a producer, right?
And it's understandable because you build your name and build yourself up, so you're not as eager to build everybody else up, which is understandable.
Right.
To a producer, they want to get records on everyone because that's how they get their name out there.
Got it.
Everyone to hear their sound,
Hey, well, I'm not a singer, but I'm an actor. So if you decide to expand, and add another division there.
It's funny. I managed a few actors before. I have a couple that are friends of mine that pretty much still claim me as their manager.
Okay.
But I took a little break because I used to manage comedians, actors, all of that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I still deal with some of them, but I had to put things on pause and get one ship fully sailing so that way I can pull everything else in.
Yeah, you got to stay focused.
But I'm tapped in the acting world as well. So.
Okay, keep me posted. I'm your girl.
Yeah, Juvahn actually working on some movie stuff right now. She's got some stuff in the works. So yeah,
nice.
That's coming together as well.
Nice. We had Tyrone Magnus on the show a couple weeks ago, he is an actor, but he's also like this big YouTube sensation. And we were talking about how it's hard for you to be, great at keeping up with the acting world and keeping up with social media at the same time.
Exactly.
And so it's kind of a catch-22. So he's focused more on developing his YouTube channel and following. And for example, I've been more focused on my acting career. So I do a lot of commercial work and occasionally, some filming. But then my social media is lacking, and then his acting world is lacking. So it's like trying to juggle both is a real challenge.
Definitely a challenge. But yeah, for me, I don't even know. I don't even know how I do it sometimes because it's just too much. Like,
well,
just because you literally have to be on your phone all day long.
You do. Yes, you do. But like you said, you have a good team in place, and that right there is the key, to have your marketing person focused on your marketing, to have, your Miss Congenial Jamesia keeping, being the glue, keeping everybody together.
Yeah.
Everybody needs one of those.
Yes. She's very hands-on and very, very passionate about what her ideas and her thoughts, and she brings them to life. So yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take one more commercial break, and we'll be right back with more from Ofoesho.
Thank you.
I'm not picking it up. You pick it up.
I'm not picking it up.
Well, somebody's got to pick it up.
I'll pick it up. They're clean. 'Cause my hand is clean. Oh yeah, I'm Charmin clean. That's how I know they're clean.
Charmin Ultra Strong is woven like a washcloth and just cleans better.
Yeah, I'm Charmin clean.
The kid does have a point.
My hand is clean.
Enjoy the go with Charmin. And for an extra clean finish, try Charmin Flushable Wipes.
Oscar, welcome back.
Yes.
So I would like to know what words of encouragement you would like to share with the audience, because as you mentioned earlier, this is a tough industry, and it sounds like your story is similar to mine. You kind of had to learn the hard way. We didn't have all the tools that are available today back when we started. And honestly, I've gotten my butt kicked a little bit. Sounds like you've gotten your butt kicked a little bit, right? and we had to, learn the hard way after getting beat up a little bit. So, what would you say to aspiring artists who are getting started in this business, and especially during this quarantine season? I'm going to call it a season.
Yeah. Really be original. Don't get wrapped up in just all the madness, because it's a lot that's going to come at you, because there's a lot of different type of creatures and entities in this business, and everything isn't all roses and mansions and parties. Like, you really have to put the work in. So just be diligent, be focused, and just do things out of love. Don't do things out of envy and hate, because it doesn't really work. Like, when you have too much envy going on and hatred and frustration, and then you try to bring that up to a circle of like peace and love, then you cause confusion. So just try to be as peaceful and mindful as possible of what you're doing. And obviously, if you're spiritual, put God first. Because when like my dad always says, life ain't fair, but God is good, and with God, all things are possible. So
I love that. Thank you.
I truly believe that.
Yes, God first, and with God, all things are possible. Absolutely. And I love your message of love and peace.
Seriously. Like, if people think it's so simple, but I mean, look at everything that's going on in this world right now.
I know it.
Like, we're all one race, but everybody's all these wars going on in all these different countries. And I think, like, my Armenian boys just told me that there's big wars going on over there, and I'm just like, all of this craziness going on in the world. Like, we have a beautiful planet, beautiful place,
right?
Like, all this destruction and disaster and it's just, I tell people all the time, when I get to a certain level of financial wealth, they'll be mad at me when I'm on an island somewhere and I build my own community, and I bet all the people who live out there, because if you're not a loving, just peaceful person, you can't even be around me. Like because
Right.
it really tears you up. You know.
It does.
I have
It
enough
does.
demons of my own. I don't need yours too. Like no.
Right.
Like I'm good.
And it should be simple, but for some reason it's not. It just seems to be too complicated for some. I don't get it. I
Religious
think it's
conversations. I don't have religious conversations. I don't do political conversations because I do have a strong mindset and a strong point. So I noticed that people really don't respect each other's ideas and opinions.
yeah.
I keep those to myself. I tread very, very lightly when it comes to that world because
Yeah.
it's just a dangerous world.
I could probably be a little bit better at that. I try, but sometimes I just can't hold it in anymore, and I have to say something because I believe in justice and fairness, and I do believe in peace and love, and it makes me so mad when people are just rude. And honestly, that's my biggest pet peeve is just rudeness. And I am from New York and I am Latina. So when I see people being rude, I just can't help but say that was rude, And I have to admit, I said that to someone today on Twitter and they gave me the middle finger.
Oh,
So
wow.
I say, you know what? You need to grow up and get a life. Come on. Really?
Yeah, that was
Nobody ever told you before you were being rude?
That was a little extreme.
Oh, well, that's okay. My feelings don't get hurt that easily.
No,
I'm an actor. I've been beat up already.
Yes. That's a word and an emoji. You can keep that does not do nothing to me.
Exactly.
That's just like negative comments when people like on Instagram or YouTube. Like I don't care. Like I have friends that tell me, "Oh, you need to delete those." I don't care about. That's
right.
Like everyone has a right to their opinion. So
exactly.
If I don't like their opinion, I can say how I feel, just like they can say how they feel.
Right. If everybody could agree at least to respect each other's opinions, it would be a much better world. We don't have to agree on things, but I'm not going to disrespect you because I don't agree with you.
Absolutely. 1000%.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing that.
You need to have your own talk show.
We're on it.
Yeah.
Although this is a different topic, but that's okay.
Yeah. This is definitely a great platform to get to that level because I could see you doing great on that as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're a real strong personality, and you gotta have thick skin to make it on that level. So I think I think you can do that.
Thank you. My poor mom. I was just born like this, Like she put me in a private school when I was 12, and I started a petition in the 7th grade that girls should be able to wear pants to school.
Okay.
And I got a lot of signatures, including teachers and some of the nuns. They supported me, and I got a meeting with the principal, and the principal said, "Okay, you want to wear pants?" I said, "Yes, I want to wear pants. It's like 0 degrees outside and I have to come to school in a skirt, and that's not fair." So she pulled out a pair of plaid pants that matched the skirt I was wearing.
Yep.
And I said, "Oh no, that is not what I am wearing. I am not wearing plaid pants." I think nowadays they might look cool, but back then that wasn't cool. I said, no. I said, I wanted pants like the boys. And she said, "Well, you weren't specific. You didn't say blue or black. So I'm giving you plaid."
Wow. Well, at least you got pants.
Yeah. So, but I was stubborn. I turned the pants away. I said, "No, I'm not wearing them. You're going to make me look like a fool." And I didn't wear them, but at least, it was progress.
Yeah,
so you know what I started doing? I started wearing my sweatpants to school under my skirt, at least until I got to school.
Wow. Improvisation.
Yeah. So I got the award for school spirit when I graduated because I was always trying to fight for some kind of right,
That's great.
Yeah, but I didn't start any crazy riots,
No, definitely not.
Petitions were.
Petitions is good.
Petitions and meetings.
We're not advocating for hate. No.
Exactly. So, Oscar, we had so much fun having you on the show. Thank you again for coming on to Entertainment Buzz and sharing all this great information with us and your words of wisdom. Love it.
Thank you so much for having me. And definitely stay tuned because Squalor's video for Floating is about to be released. It's like a reenactment of Gilligan's Island. It's crazy.
Oh,
And
nice.
Juvahnn's new single and video featuring Famous Dex is called Fire. It's dropping, and Notes next single is called Too Many Options. It's about to drop.
Hey, you know what? Let's do it. We can do a show with multiple artists at the same time and just have like a music video party. Let's go for it.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That
would be nice. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we're going to talk to Jamesia. Did you hear that, Jamesia?
Yes. Yes, creative director.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, well, you have a blessed weekend, and thank you again for coming on the show. I will see you backstage, so don't go anywhere, okay, Oscar?
Thank you for having me. You guys have a peaceful day.
You too. It was my pleasure. God bless you. Thank you, everyone, for watching Oscar Ofoesho Robert, about his record label and all the great things he shared with us today. This was a great show. I just love what I do. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I get to meet so many interesting artists and entertainment professionals on the show, and it's such an honor for me to present them to you. I hope you like what we're doing. This has been a great experience for the entertainment world during this time of quarantine. Our industry was shut down pretty badly, and that's why we produced the show Entertainment Buzz, because we wanted to bring hope back to the entertainment community and inspire artists to do more during this time, to see how creative they can be. And that's why we have them on the show, so they can share with us what they've been doing during this time. And of course, we like to keep up with their progress. Next week, we have another guest on the show who is necessary to the entertainment industry, because in order to be successful in anything, including the entertainment industry, you need to be healthy, right? So we have a health expert coming on the show next week. She is a naturopathic doctor. Her name is Dr. Jenny Wilkins, and she is the CEO of Vital Pharmacy. And of course, look at her. She's absolutely gorgeous as well. We will be interviewing her. She's been seen on ABC, NBC, CBS, and she's going to have some great information on how you can maintain your health and wellness, which again is necessary to be healthy and flourishing in this entertainment business. You need to be strong and have a lot of energy. I'll tell you that much in order to keep performing. So thank you again, everyone, for watching Entertainment Buzz. Thank you again to our sponsor, Glue Entertainment Concierge, which is owned by Jamesia Studemeyer, who has an affiliation with some of our artists on the show, such as Oscar Roberts today. Thank you again, Jamesia. If you're looking for PR services, entertainment, consulting, or event planning, Glue Entertainment Concierge is the business to call. If you're looking to advertise or sponsor with Entertainment Buzz, please send us an email at ads@floridanationalnews.com, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Florida National News, and of course, on our Instagram and Facebook pages as well. Please also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jenny Rosario, and my Instagram page, Jenny Rosario 08. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. We'll see you next week.